Hey moms, yes, this one's going out to you moms. First of all, I want to have compassion for you. Pretty dang sure that this was not on your list of life experiences. When I grow up and I have a family, I'm going to have teenage sons and some daughters who could use some self-mastery training. You already know about our PWTs, the Personal Warrior Trainer. This is a very important thing that came because of moms. Several years ago, as we were working really hard to do Sons of Helaman training with the young men, the mothers kept asking us to provide something that would make it easier for the day-to-day assignments to be done. Now, the understanding, the clarity of the need, you can't just take something out of a young man's life and not replace it carefully. The old idea was you need a hobby. If you want to stop having misbehaviors, you need to just do something that entertains you. As we continue to have further light and knowledge over the actual process, the concept of something we now call passion projects, which is something more deep, more wide, more broad than a hobby. It is something that uses the spiritual gifts of the young man. It provokes energy, it's like love and desire to do good in the world. It serves the needs of the people. It combines their energy with God, requires his participation. But this can't be done accidentally. It can't just happen on its own. We tried that for many years. Now we bring to you a training system that will dance in harmony with the Sons of Helaman program, so that as your son leaves behind the unwanted behavior, he pulls into his life the ability, the skills, the camaraderie needed to create passion projects, gifts to the world that are meaningful, small and simple things that make a big difference. We were slowed down, stymied in the provision of this service until President Nilsson, just over 2 years, brought us the pattern for growth, the Discover, Plan, Act, Reflect system that we now build the Passion Project based off of. Your son's going to need to learn how to discover different elements of a passion project. He's going to need to learn how to plan. He's going to need to learn how to act and reflect so that he can be skilled at it as he transitions into adulthood. This could be for young men, it could be for adult men. The training is available for them. As they get closer to graduation, they will be growing in their mentality of thinking about accomplishing their passion projects, but wanting to be successful and being trained to be successful are two different things. As your son is transitioning forward and his personal warrior trainer has helped him get good at his 6 basic manpower things, he's gotten good at his prayers, his writing, his reading, his ministering, his accountability, and his nose square. As he gets some habits going there, he can be trained on how to do his passion projects, which will take the place of his accountability square during weeks 8 to 12. So once a young man gets to weeks 8 through 12, the new requirement to graduate is, in addition to getting all 6 squares of manpower done every day, the A square has to be a combination of acting upon one of the 4 elements of DPAR, discovering, planning, acting, and reflecting upon his passion project, one of the 4, and then sharing it with others. Family, his group, therapist will help him decide who he will be sharing with, but he needs to share it. His discover work, or his plan work, or his act work, or his reflect work. So he'll need to do that every day for 28 days in a row. If he misses one day between weeks 8 and 9, he goes back to week 8. If he misses one day between weeks 11 and 12, he goes back to week 8. I recognize that seems burdensome, but we have learned if you want them to succeed in this for 20, 30, 40 years, they have to be able to do this for 28 days in a row. Even that doesn't guarantee anything, but their brains won't be strong enough and exercised enough if they don't do this ritual and get good at it. So their PWT can help. There's also a class. We're creating a class that's a 4-week cycle. Every time you sign up for the class, you're signing up for 4 weeks. 1 week of discover, 1 week of plan, 1 week of act, 1 week of reflect. And they will be amongst other warriors, trained by a very skilled trainer, and they will get to meet others to work on their passion projects with, and they will stay enrolled in that cycle in class, discover, plan, act, reflect, discover, plan, act, reflect, until you feel like your warrior is adequately trained, which probably will be at least 3 to 4 to 6 cycles of the class. We've kept the price very low, so it's affordable. follow the links to get registered for that class. So in the long run, what we will be giving you is not only someone who has removed something that they don't want from their lives, they will be empowered with the understanding and the practice of learning how to discover, plan, act, and reflect in ways that can change the world.